Alright, welcome to EVE Online, Major Freak. So, Havok, UI. Now, I said, hopefully, their edit customizable color will help distinguish my alts. And even though I maxed out the, they're coming for me. Being swatted. The the amount of color you can get is minimal. It looks like they did one iota better than nothing, but it does work. You can get a feel instantly for what client you're using. Like I can tell instantly now, especially when I'm switching clients. I'm usually clicking on the next, and it colors the active window with your theme color. So it does help immensely in that I'm noticing it, which is great, which is exactly what you want. The, the Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Oh. I just laughed my ass off here. So, when they first announced the new insurgency, I was about to say incursions, the insurgencies for an operating base. Lol. Oh dear God. I can never change. Never change CCP. Never change. So when they first announced the pirate insurgencies, it was going to be called forward operating bases for the insurgency beacon kind of thing, stuff, shipcaster, whatever, right? Blah, blah, blah. And I instantly knew, oh, well, oops, that's going to confuse the hell out of a lot of people when they go Googling, because I'm going to get a lot of views because of that. People going, what? This is not what I wanted. How dare you make a video about something I didn't want? I had a good laugh. I'm like, oh, God. I mean, you Google forward operating base. Forward operating base, which is a U.S. nomenclature for their military bases around the world that are big. And we hear it a lot in the news, but there are other freaking terminologies that the U.S. uses a lot. They could have used any number of, of of acronyms, nomenclature. It's just what the main, the hype for U.S. media uses. You just Google it. There are tons of different, the U.S. has absolutely banana number of acronyms you can use. Yeah, advanced landing ground, for Christ's sake. Fire support base. Well, that's an artillery, I believe. It was, sorry. Main operating base, established military terms. Hello. What is it? Forward operating site. They could have just named it forward operating sites. There's a little forward operating location. It just, main operating base. Um, hello. It's not that hard. It's When was Google established? When was Wikipedia established? It's not 2003 anymore, guys. Wake up. And a few weeks later, or a month later, there was a Hobo Leaks, which had the pirate operating bases being name changed to strongholds. And I was like, okay, that's gonna fuck with all my fob videos when people are searching for stuff, but it'll take a while, and I'll just make new videos, and I'll slowly repair the damage. CCP has who knows, maybe they didn't even know there was a right. They could have just like, forward operating base, we've not used that term before. No, totally not. Let's use it. Sounds cool. Sounds good. Okay. And Hobo Leaks on Singularity, the test server, which is still not accessible. That's another topic entirely. Yeah, Singularity is still down. It's down since, yeah, it's down for good, unless they do mass tests and then they online it for a couple hours and then offline it. So anyways, so they might publish it on Singularity, but they have not published the changes to Tranquility. I'm sure they'll get around to remembering 1 year, maybe, but it's kind of funny because it's confusing. Apparently not to CCP, but it'll be confusing. I will start making videos, and because one assumes eventually they'll figure it out and change it, that these will all be power strongholds, and there will be no forward operating base nomenclature anywhere, which will help. But maybe they're a bunch of idiots. Maybe they either didn't change enough, or they thought they changed enough to make sense, or they just didn't care and changed the minimum possible, or who knows. It's just hilariously stupid. It's like the UI changed, it's maxed out for color, and I get this. If I max out the color, everything should be red, right? It just makes sense that way. If you're going to be silly and min-max it, you should be overwhelmed with the bright colors and go, okay, well, maybe I better tone it down a bit. Yeah. What's the point of making highlights and stuff if you can't min-max, right? If it's not extreme, why is there options for highlighting, right? It's like, did you guys think about what you did? Nope. So yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Yeah, one must have a sense of humor in this. But for what it's worth, we will just have to navigate. I mean, I'm sure people will realize when they're Googling for insurgency forward operating bases, they'll be able to filter out my channel because I will not be getting into it. So you'll go, oh, okay, well, Fua Consternation has a video about pirate. It's not going to be me, so they can just ignore my channel from that. Okay, I just won't look at his channel. So that's why you'll never see a pirate insurgency video from me. It's because I want to be able to say, look, I'll never look into this because I'll let somebody else do it. Therefore, it'll help you guys, and that's what I'll do. I will refer to these as strongholds from now on, assuming CCP gets around to publishing the changes to the nomenclature, or maybe that's all the changes we get, and it's still lots and lots of forward operating basis stuff. So, yeah, strongholds from now on. I will try my best to talk about it in those terms, and hope CCP gets its act together and stops needlessly confusing people. But of course, CCP never confuses people. It's our problem. Anyways, on that happy note, have a good day. See you later.